I started trading 5 years ago and scalping absolutely killed my gains. Now, that's strange because you see me talk about scalping. That's because scalping in itself is not actually wrong, but pure scalping is where things go wrong. It makes you overtrade, it makes you lose confidence, it makes you not be able to be disciplined in the markets, and all of this makes you end up losing money, and something I experienced myself. So this is why I adapted and I scalp in a different way, and it's something that drastically changed my success in trading and actually made me a profitable trader. I traded live on a stream every single day for the past 3 years, showing my results with over a 70% win rate. So it's an extremely powerful system that I'm about to tell you in this video and show you live examples of exactly how it works and how you can apply it and actually move away from the scalping trap that made me lose for so long. So enjoy the video. So trading on the 1 minute looks exciting, right? Each minute you get a new candle here, candles are moving. When times of volume, you get these big pushes. It looks exactly like the higher time frames, but when you actually execute, you're going to notice failure, inconsistency over time, and most importantly, spreads are going to affect you because you're trying to scalp. You can be taking 10 trades a day, 20 trades a day. Yes, it's fun. It fills your addictive personality, but it's not filling your pockets, and that's a massive difference. And I used to be like this. I went on the 1 minute to look for my entries because I wanted an entry now. I didn't want to wait. Waiting was wasting time. I wanted to make money. That's what I was here for. All it did is make me lose money. This excites you. Look at this, 1 minute moving. What we don't realize that these lower time frames, they look like the high time frames for a reason. And if we go to the 15 minute, we can avoid a lot of noise here and have clarity of what the charts are doing, because now it starts to look clear. If we go to the daily, it looks even better now because now we have less noise here on the daily. And you realize, and this is the one game-changing thing, is that the lower time frames are building the higher time frames, but the higher time frames act as an instruction manual. What do I mean by this? So we have the daily time frame here. Obviously now each minute candle, each 15-minute candle, each hourly candle is going to build this daily candle here. But what happened in the previous days and what's happening on the chart is what's going to build this daily candle. So what that means is that the lower time frame is following the higher time frame instruction manual, because the higher time frame is an instruction manual telling the lower time frame what to do. The reason why this daily time frame is rejecting right now is very simple. You won't know this, right? You would say, oh, lower time frame is going down, sell, sell, sells. But the reason we're rejecting is because we have this here. And this is a big daily support. If you didn't make your idea from the higher time frame, you would never have noticed this. You would have never noticed this, and you're going to be so lost on the lower time frame, it's going to be a mess. So I'm going to teach you exactly now how to change your process and how I changed my process to make a massive difference in my own trading. So the first thing you want to do is always start on the higher time frames, because that's where you're going to get the idea. I want your mindset shift to be, let me try catch a scalp. No, let's change it to a session trade. So that's what I do. I do scalp. I use the 5-minute time frame, 50-minute time frame. I look for a quick move. I have moves that last 30 seconds. I have moves that last 30 minutes. I have moves that last 1 minute, 2 minutes, because I'm looking to catch the volume move. I want that quick impulse. I don't want to be sitting in a trade for hours and wondering if it hits my stops. I want to know if I'm right and wrong, and I want to time my entries to make sense, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. But that all starts from the higher time frame, because the higher time frame guides. So what I use on the higher time frame is I start to do my top-down analysis, meaning that I start to look from the daily time frame and I see where we are on the daily. So for example, on this particular day here, I can see pretty clearly that we're at daily support. So I immediately mark a line here to tell me where I'm at, okay? And I have plenty of videos showing you exactly how to mark up the chart, but I don't want to make this video about it. I'm going to teach you how to transition from scalping into actually profitable trading using a similar method that you're used to, but something that actually worked for me and hopefully can work for you. So I want to concentrate more on the entry side of things. So we tell the story from the daily. I can see previous daily closed bearish, and I can see now on basically and I'm not going to use this example because I want to actually use an example of a trade I took. So I'm going to use yesterday's example. So today would be a different story. We see we're bouncing, we would tell the story. But yesterday, if we remove this as yesterday's candle here, we can see we've been coming downside. We did not tap the support yet. So I have an idea that a resistance is made, and now I can start to say from the daily is telling me downside makes sense. So when I go on the 1 minute and the 5 minute and I start seeing it pushing up, I'm not telling myself, hey, buys make sense. And I have a free indicator, it's called Tradesharpe session bias, and it's going to tell you exactly if we're bullish bias, mixed bias. I also have a video on my channel to explain that. So I see this daily candle closing bearish. I see another daily candle close bearish, doji, but we didn't tap a target. So then I move down to the 4-hour time frame, because the 4-hour time frame is going to build the daily time frame. And from that spot, this is where we were yesterday. You can see here at the time here, 4-hour time frame was doing what? You can see 4-hour time frame bearish. We're moving bearish as well. So daily told me it's bearish, 4-hour moving bearish. Now my concentration, high time frame is telling me bearish. I'm only going to concentrate on the lower time frames here, and I'm going to concentrate on doing what? on trading a move in the session. So my goal is to find in the session where we're going to go. Once I have an idea, then I'm just trying to look for an entry for the session. I'm not trying to look for some complex move, bounces here and there. It's very simple. I keep it straightforward. I say, where are we going to move in this session? So this was pre-London here, late Asian. We had a move down here, okay? So we can see this. We had a nice rejection here to our 4-hour resistance. We actually had a 4-hour resistance here. We rejected here, managed to take sells on my futures account and be able to capitalize off this move because I knew it was bearish. That same bias didn't change in London. London pulled back, and from London, I was only bullish above here, which we tried to get above, but I failed to break the highs, and I had that same sell bias. So I'm going to show exactly how I took the entry and what was my confirmations and how I used for a session. So for the session, I'm looking for price majority to go down, right? I'm looking for price to go down during the session. The reason I'm looking for price to go down during the session is because we have that higher time frame bias. But I don't want to wait for a daily candle to close. So I'm going to use mainly 15-minute. I can use 5-minute as well, a little bit more aggressive, but you want to get off that 1-minute. I'm going to show you towards the end of the video how to use the 1-minute, and that's going to really explain it in depth. But basically, what I'm looking for here is I was looking for a sell bias, and if we can get into this zone, this is a magic zone because this is where candles are clean. So if we can move clean in the past, we can move clean in the future, just like this, how we move clean in the future here. All I need is a setup to enter. And once I get my confirmations, that's how I can execute a trade. So I'm going to go on and show you exactly how I entered this trade and how I use the lower time frames to manage my trade, such as the 1-minute. And that's where you're really going to learn how to use the 1-minute properly. Instead of using it for entries, you're going to use it for management because you can read the charts like that. And to enter, you're going to use higher time frame confirmations, stuff that's not going to get you lost. At the same time, I'm going to break down this trade so you guys exactly know the entry strategy and can benefit of it and change your mind from that high frequency scalping that just doesn't work. So let's hop onto the PC and look at that. So before this last segment and I dive into how I took this trade and use the 1-minute to my advantage and how to actually use these concepts, if you want to learn more about the concepts, if you're looking to be funded, if you're funded, all of that stuff, and you want to learn my concepts and work alongside me, not just watch some random course, you're more than welcome to join the exclusive group. Spots have open for that one. And that is where you can actually apply and trade alongside me daily and be part of a community to work towards it. Last month, we had a very strong month with 30K in payouts from our members. So very proud of that. And I want to get straight into this example here and talk about how I utilized the lower timeframes in this sense and where my trade come from. So today, my bias was to look for downside moves. I was looking for sells today. The reason being is because of my high time frame analysis, which I explain when I talk about my strategy here. But I was looking for sells, and actually from London, I was looking to execute on sells in this zone here, but we ranged till NY. We then got this long rejection wick, which is an option to take an early sell down here, but ended up coming back to entry, so you make nothing. And then this second one came down here, but it's around that rejection wick, so we wanted this structure. This structure here does a pullback. Sometimes there's a nice option and we can get in on this pullback here. So sometimes we're lucky enough and we can actually trade the pullback, right? So sometimes we can actually trade the pullback. So once we get this, we can look for this pullback and enter here. But I have specific rules about why this candle is dangerous to enter and how this could end up being a counter move where we create support here and move up, and I want to avoid that. So to avoid that, I look for price reaching a clean zone here. So when we close below here, it's giving me the confirmation that now we can move into this next zone. We leave this. This is kind of like your breakout. This is kind of like a bit of a manipulation move here, catching out early sellers, and then we get the continuation, right? So this is a very powerful setup that I use. And I need the lower time frame to help me, but the 15-minute time frame is what gave me the confirmation here. So the 15-minute here is going to be super powerful for me because as it makes a top wick like this, is going to give me the confirmation that I can look for sells. So right there is where I executed a sell here. Now I use the lower time frame to use an adjusted stop loss, and how I use that is because I don't need to run stops above here. I know if we get back in the range, the trade's probably over. So I use the previous high, which is also a key level here a bit. And we also have 1-minute structure, which I'm going to show you, to place a sell stop and put stop loss above that, right? So if we go down onto the lower time frames and the 1-minute here specifically, you can see I actually kept stop loss just above this highs here, which was something like this. And then I targeted on my trade here, a 1-to-1 to begin with. Could target more, but that was kind of my aim for this trade, was a 1-to-1. So now the reason I wait for a top wick is I don't want to be triggered early. And then I use this lower time frame to manipulate my stop loss instead of needing to run it all the way here and base it like this. So I placed a sell stop like that, had my stop loss like this, TP like that, And that was basically it. So I'm going to play this without the position so we can actually see it. And this is why I want to enter after a top wick, because I can avoid all of this drawdown that's happening here, right? All of this drawdown I can avoid, and I can get in the impulsive move. So this would be drawdown that most people are holding. I can avoid this. I had stop loss pretty tight, something like that. And we can speed this up here to see when I get triggered. So boom, now the 1 minute triggered. So you can see here how the 1 minute candle now triggered, and I get a very impulsive move here. And we see the nice structure, the retest on the 1 minute here, and how I can use that to my advantage here. We do get a 1 minute pullback that comes through like this. And with spreads and stuff, you know, sometimes this can stop you out. Now, this 1 minute pullback I'm not worried about. But what needs to happen is we need to respect structure. So I don't mind this pulling back as long as it respects structure. I should be able to hit TP here. So this doesn't matter to me. Boom, and then we smash TP. So I utilize the lower time frame, but the higher time frame is where the confirmation came from. I use the lower time frame to find my entry by looking for price pulling back here, waiting for structure to form to give me the confirmation that this close below is not going to be a fake out. Because if this closed below and then this closed back in the range, you're never going to see this re-break the low. Then I'm not worried about this pullback, because then it can just create another lower high as long as it respects this. So I track my trade on the lower time frame, and honestly what you can do is you can keep trailing like this, right? So as soon as that 1 minute structure breaks, then it's probably going to be game over, and you can see it respected it, so you can keep on holding, and then once that 1 minute structure breaks, it's going to be game over and probably make its way towards the upside. If not, then you can use that lower time frame like this to trail even lower and lower and lower, and you can see the size of the move you can catch. So now you're like, let's make a new 1 minute structure, which we haven't made just yet, which might come soon. Let's see. There we go. There's our new high. So now you can trail there, and look, now you're just really using the lower time frame to tell you when to get out and when not to get out. And this is proper scalping, because this is you scalping the market in a more of a bigger, higher time frame idea, but using the lower time frame to your advantage, not to be lost of entries, buying and selling here. Even though you probably can see many ways to enter, there's a lot of noise on this time frame, but there's no noise when you're already in a position and you're using it to maximize, right? Once this 1 minute structure is broken, you can get out there as well. There's a lot of options. So this was a beautiful move here. This one ended up from where I closed, somewhere down here around 69 pips, funny number, but had a low here of 167 pips. So very powerful move. Hopefully this helped. I'm using PipLabs. PipLabs is a great software here to backtest, practice, and test out your strategies. There's a free version that is also linked in the description, so you can make use of that if you like to practice your trades and actually practice passing a prop firm challenge and stuff like that. Hopefully this video made sense to give you clarity. It's not a hate video against scalping, as I do consider myself sort of a scalper, and that's a very quick move. My move here literally lasted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes only. That was how long it took me to reach take profit. But I want to show you how I mix the higher time frame to make sure I don't get lost on the lower time frame, and I'm using strong confirmation. Now 15-minute time frame is normally a higher time frame I'm entering on. I sometimes come down to the 5, and I do have a strategy that utilizes the 1 minute as well, but we won't talk about it in this video, as I want to keep this nice and short. So I hope you guys benefited. Leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy. Much love, take care, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon, and trade sharp. Peace.